Hi Ruronies, this is your pal, Ruroni K95 here. Today I'm going to do another movie review. This time, a movie review starring Tommy Lee Jones and Ashley Judd, which is directed by Bruce Beresford. It's Double Jeopardy, which is an American and neo-noir action crime thriller film. Libby Parsons and her husband Nick are wealthy residents of Whidbey Island, Washington, with her best friend Angela Green offering to look after her 4-year-old son Maddie. Libby and Nick go off sailing for the weekend off their yacht. After a session of love-making, Libby falls asleep. She wakes to find her husband missing and blood all over her hands and clothes and legs in the boat's floors. A Coast Guard vessel appears, and Libby is spotted holding a bloody knife she found lying on the deck. Even with Nick's body unaccounted for, Libby is arrested, humiliated in the media, tried and convicted for her husband's murder. Libby asks Angela to look after Maddie for the duration of her prison sentence. At first, Angela brings Maddie to see Libby in prison, but after a while, these visits cease and she disappears. Libby uses search skills and the ability to deceive people to track Angela to her phone in San Francisco. She calls Angela and speaks with Maddie. Libby hears a door open in the background, and then Maddie exclaims, "Daddy," right before the line goes dead. Libby realizes that Nick possibly faked his death and framed her at leaving Maddie as the sole beneficiary of his life insurance policy, as the people convicted for murder are not allowed to collect their life insurance on their victims. After unsuccessfully attempting to investigate help, she is told by a fellow inmate named Margaret that if she were to get paroled for good behavior, she could kill Nick with impunity due to double jeopardy clause in the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. She spends the next 6 years in prison, building up her body and committing herself to finding Maddie. Libby is paroled after 6 years and begins searching for Nick and Maddie while living in a halfway house under the close supervision of a parole officer, Travis Lichtman, played by Tommy Lee Jones. You may remember him as Agent K in the Men in Black movies. Lee is a very tough officer. He is a former law professor whose wife and daughter left him after the family was in a car accident, with him driving under the influence of alcohol. Libby violates her curfew and is caught breaking into Maddie's school on Whidbey Island to try to get Angela's records. However, as Lehman is delivering Libby back to prison via a car ferry, he handcuffs her to the door handle and goes for a drink. He leaves the keys and Libby drinks the car, back and forth, trying to knock off the handcuffs. Lehman returns. They struggle, and the car goes overboard. Then he uncuffs her underwater, and then Libby knocks out Lehman and swims to shore while he is rescued by ferry personnel. She goes to her family, where her mother gives her cash to enable her to search for her husband and child. Libby discovers that Angela has recently died in Colorado in a home gas explosion, which looks like an accident staged by Nick. Then Libby recognizes a Wassily Kandinsky painting in a newspaper photo, then tracing it through an art dealer's database, which again allows her capture by Lehman, leads her to New Orleans, and where she finds Nick running a luxury hotel under assumed name John Devereaux. Libby confronts Nick after making a winning of a bid of $10,000 on him at a bachelor's auction during a fundraising party hosted at his hotel. She demands he return Maddie in exchange for her silence about his real identity, while he claimed that he faked his death to collect insurance as his original business was going under. The entirely is cut short when Lehman shows up at the hotel party to warn Nick that his wife is a fugitive. In the French Quarter, Libby is later tipped off by a bartender who recognizes her from the wanted poster but lets her escape. But the police has a no reward is offered. Nick agrees to bring Maddie to a meeting in Lafayette Cemetery No. 3 that he uses as a decoy boy to distract Libby, knocks her unconscious, and locks her in a casket inside a mausoleum using a .38 caliber handgun. Then he snatched it from Lehman. Libby manages to shoot off the hinges off the casket and escapes the mausoleum by throwing a flower vase through a stained glass window. While tracking Libby in New Orleans, Lee himself has become suspicious of Nick's death and begins to believe Libby's story based on the clues uncovered in his search. He finds a picture of a different Nicholas Parsons when searching the Washington State DMV records to prove his suspicious, and later confirms them when he uncovers 6 DMV records under the name, including Nick's DMV application and photograph, and intercepting and capturing Libby later in the city as she makes her way to Nick's hotel. The two end up teaming up. Lee visits Nick in his office under the pretense of asking for money to keep his identity secret. His records by Nick, a remark by Nick that he had murdered his wife, the only witness to true his past. Then Libby enters, holding Nick at a gunpoint. Nick is given a choice of surrendering to his authorities or getting shot by his vengeful wife, who he believes would go free for this deed because of Double Jeopardy. Nick pulls out a hidden gun, shoots Lehman, and fires at Libby. Lehman manages to bring Nick down before he can shoot Libby. Nick gets the upper hand in the scuffle, but before he can kill the wounded parole officer, Libby shoots Nick dead. Wow. Lehman promises to help Libby to get fully pardoned, and together they travel to Matt's boarding school in Georgia. Maddie, played by Spencer Treat Clark, now 11 years old, recognizes his mother, and they embrace with Lehman watching them. So yeah, this is movie how it came back out in 1999, in the same year as Detroit Rock City. This movie did feature Ashley Judd, Tommy Lee Jones, Bruce Greenwood, Annabeth Gish, Roma Mafia, A. Barazio, Michael Gaston as Cutter, Bruce Campbell, Aniel Lapiani, and other casts. Jodie Foster was originally attached to the star of the film as Libby Parsons after Michelle Pfeiffer, Meg Ryan, and Brooke Shields all declined the role. And Bruce Beresford met with her several times about the script. She once said to me, when we were having, not an argument, we had different points of view over something, and she said, we'll have to do it my way, I'm afraid. And I said, why, Jodie? And she said, because I'm so intelligent. I'm such an intelligent person that there is no point in disagreeing with me because I'm always right. I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. She had this extraordinary opinion of her own IQ. The movie Double Jeopardy was going to have Jodie Foster, but she had declined the role and all. So instead, they had hired Ashley Judd to play the character in the movie Double Jeopardy. So that's my review. That's going to be it for my Double Jeopardy movie review, guys. Thanks for watching, but before we go, please let me know in the comments. Please leave a comment on which movie I want to review. So here are my thoughts about Double Jeopardy. So, this movie, Double Jeopardy, came out on September 24th, 1999, because the movie was released by Paramount Pictures. The cinematography is done by Peter James, and it was edited by Mark Warner. The music is done by Normand Corbeil. This movie was directed by Bruce Beresford. It was produced by Leonard Goldberg. It was written by David Weisberg and Douglas Cook. There's another movie I want to review from Michael Douglas, which is Falling Down, which is the best movie of the 90s, because Michael Douglas played William Foster her in falling down. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have a Twitter and Facebook account. If you like my movie review, please give it a thumbs up. Click on my subscribe button, become a subscriber to RurouniK95, and please give a thumbs up. So please leave a comment on this video. What movie should I review? Because I can review movies from the 80s and 70s as well. So, even though I have 454 subscribers, click on my subscribe button, become a subscriber to RurouniK95 because I have 400. If you click on my subscribe button to my channel, RurouniK95, that means I would have 455 subscribers. That's why. Like, subscribe, favorite, comment, share on your social media pages like Facebook, Twitter, etc. Give this video a thumbs up. Click on my notifications bell button. Read the updates that I upload on YouTube as well as my new video that I'm uploading, especially my movie review video that I'm doing. Be sure to click on my subscribe button because I will have 455 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And that's it. So, I hope you like my movie review. Please leave a comment. What movie should I review next? This is RurouniK95 saying, I hope you like my movie review on Double Jeopardy. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon. And I know today's Wednesday. Tomorrow's going to be Thursday anyway, so have a great Wednesday. This is RurouniK95 signing off.